Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alfany. Please hit that subscribe button and also turn that like button into a rocket, man, and send it into the stratosphere. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Ren cryptocurrency. The Ren project. Ren is an open protocol that enables the movement of value between blockchains. All right, so I was on Twitter and Ren posted this tweet 23 hours ago, and the tweet simply read, "Getting to the Greycore," and then it had a link. So let's click on that link and let's find out a little bit more about this development that they have coming up called the Greycore. All right. Ren is, I've been invested in Ren very lightly over the last few months. I've been watching their developments, and it's a company that I'm still researching. I like a lot of what they're doing, but in order for me to go a little heavier with Ren, I'm still doing my due diligence, compiling data, research. So something like this could be quite informative. So let's get into what the Greycore is. What is the Greycore? This is coming from medium.com/Ren project. Okay. The Greycore is the next step towards decentralization for Ren VM. At the moment, consensus and execution in the Ren VM is the responsibility of dark nodes that are operated by the Ren Core development team, and peer-to-peer networking is the responsibility of dark nodes that are operated by the community. The Greycore will be the first group of third parties that takes responsibility for the consensus and later execution. The Greycore will eventually be complemented by the community, which will eventually also assume control of consensus and execution in future releases. Okay. Then there is a following section that is titled, "What new features were developed in preparation?" Now, this is very important because it lets me know how much fire Ren has in his belly, how much ambition it has, how much innovation it has, and momentum moving forward as a company. This is a company that I want to go heavy into as far as investment as a retail investor. Okay, so now let's see if their developments, see what developments they have been working on. Releasing Ren MV to mainnet taught us a lot about the network, how it was being used, what struggles users were experiencing, what features developers were missing, and what tools dark node operators wanted to see. Since its release last year, the Ren Core development team has focused on making upgrades to Ren MV that we wanted to be in place before rolling out the Greycore. Here is a breakdown of some of the big ones. Here we go. First bullet point: monitoring tools. This is important for understanding how the network is behaving. I like this already. This is a very, very good development, especially when almost 2,000 machines worldwide outside our control are helping to power the network. I like this a lot. This is very good. Second bullet point: improved network stability. That's always a great thing. I'm very glad that they're working to further stabilize their network. This is very good development. Over the last year, we have made improvements to the structure of hyperdrive, allowing it to scale to more validators, recover from unexpected reboots more efficiently, and fix some bugs that were discovered. We have also made improvements to Airwave to address some of the stability issues that became apparent after scaling to thousands of peers. It's a very, very good development. Next bullet point: lowering gas costs. Of course, if you're going to lower the cost of something, that definitely is going to whet the appetite of users, developers, programmers, retail investors. Lower costs are very, very delicious for everybody involved, okay? And it means that more people will be able to utilize a service or might not be turned off from using a particular program, okay? Lowering gas costs. As Ren MV manages its locked assets, it incurs gas fees on the underlying chains, which are ultimately passed on to users. That's key. We put significant effort into optimizing Ren VM so that these underlying gas fees were as low as possible. That is great. That's great for me to hear. Making Ren MV as cheap as possible to use. Next bullet point: better MPC libraries and frameworks We improved our MPC libraries, optimizing them for correctness, audibility, but also performance. Since launch, our MPC implementations have improved substantially, running faster and smoother than before. All of this is absolutely great. It's building more confidence in me to go a little heavier with Ren, believing that they're going to continue to do well. They're going to continue to improve, and that's going to make them more appealing to companies that want to utilize their service, blockchains that want to implement the Ren structure, system, ledger, whatever it is they're going to be presenting. As a retail investor, this makes me believe that they are going to be much more appealing and usable, which for us would mean hopefully in a future time the price will go up. Now, okay, so let's move on to the next bullet point, which is robust storage drivers. I'm going to run through a couple of these. They give a lot of information. Like I said, medium.com/renproject/getting to the Greycore. Okay, or you can go on Twitter under the what is their Twitter name here, at Ren Protocol, and you will see 23 hours ago they posted this tweet titled "Getting to the Greycore." Just click on that link there, and the traffic to their Twitter will also help them out, and then you'll be able to read all of this particular information. Let's go back here, Getting to the Greycore. All right, so let me run through a couple of these final bullet points. They added more assets and chains. They worked on forwards, being forwards compatible. By far, it says the biggest effort has been in upgrading the transaction formats and block formats to ensure that Ren MV will be forwards compatible with any new changes that we bring in the future. So it says Greycore next steps. How will it be rolled out? It says we are currently upgrading testnet to v0.4.0 and fixing issues that are discovered. Once these issues have all been fixed, we will hand control over to the Greycore. At this point, testnet will be operated by the Greycore and will continue to be well into the future. This gives all members the opportunity to get familiar with the ins and outs of running a dark node, keeping it up to date, recovering from unexpected events, and so on. It also gives the Rencore development team a chance to understand how to work effectively in a more decentralized environment. So I'm going to stop right there, and then you can go to the website and read a little bit more information if you're interested. All of that sounds very, very good to me. So in summation, this further strengthens my resolve to support Ren as a cryptocurrency and as a company, and makes me look forward to seeing what future developments they're going to be bringing to the table. Over the next few weeks, I probably will do more dollar cost averaging and pick up a little bit more Ren here and there. Like I said, most of the positions that I hold are long holds. I'm a big picture person. I'm a big picture guy. I'm not looking at price necessarily now, but in the future. That's just the way that I operate. It's just the way that I think. I'm not a quick buck person. I'm not a quick cash out person. Like, I just want to get some cash real quick. I'm looking at the big picture. It's always the way I've been. It's also the way I operate in the stock market. I look for companies that the people are going to need. They're going to need them into the future. Okay? They're not just pump and dump companies. They're not just pump and dump coins. They're not pump and dump stocks. But people are going to need them long into the future, and we can see major capital gains from these companies in the future. That's how I think. That's how I operate in the stock market, and that's how I operate here in crypto. So I typically am not going to come to you and talk to you about companies that I do not enjoy reading about, or I do not enjoy, investing in, or I'm going to, pump it up and then I'm going to pull my money out soon. That's just not my way. It's just not my way. So I enjoy the companies that I invest in, reading about them. The market is fun for me. I have a lot of fun in the market. After a long, hard day, I have fun in the market. If I'm stressed out, the market helps me to have fun with my investing. I know that that's not typically what you hear from people. They're not there for fun. They're just there for money. I'm trying to make money as well. Definitely want to do that. Definitely trying to do that, and definitely have been doing that. But I also have a lot of fun. So I want to do that, and I can only do that in environments that are conducive for me to enjoy. So I enjoy reading about the innovations of, let's say, the Stellar Foundation, Interstellar. I enjoy reading about Algorand. I enjoy reading the innovations and forward momentum of companies like Ren, and in many ways, it fires me up as a business person as well. I have a business that I've been trying to run. I have things coming up very soon, and it gets me fired up. And it motivates me to be more innovative. It motivates me to do a little bit more, you know, put a little bit more time in, a little bit more research in. So when I come to everybody here, I'm just sharing my joy of the companies that I've invested in and sharing information that I would have read anyway by myself. I would have been sitting on my couch or on a porch reading this information just by myself. But why not come here and share this information with everybody, all of my wonderful subscribers and potential subscribers out there? So please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And turn that like button into a rocket, man, and send it into the stratosphere. I am Mick Alphaneem. Until the next time, let's get to the money.